We can have all things separate. We can them not fi go no jail. Call them say them born ready. Can't break me on the chair. Tobago we strong, how we proud. One island family. From country to town, big up where you come from. We can have all things separate. We can them not fi go no jail.
As we meet this milestone, we must say thanks for the pan. Thanks for the pan. Thanks for the pan.
Good morning, Chopin! It's time for we to celebrate with steel pan. It's weird! Ain't no better time than now for the pan man to take it out. From the shores where the sun meets the sea, echoes of history in a tale to be free. Three ships of the past sailing with their chains. Now we rise on our rhythm to overcome the pains. I say, a heart full of hope, and with heads guiding hands, we replace old memories and take our brave stand. So let the steel pan play, let the music ignite, feel the pulse of the nation, dancing with delight. From Tobago to Trinidad, let the world understand, sailing with the steel pan on we coat of arms. Play the rhythm.
In a few hours, 9 young calypsonians will go up against defending champ Kalia Alfred, as on your screen, to be crowned this year's Junior Calypso Monarch. The show starts at 10 a.m. at the Shore Park Cultural Complex. And joining us this morning, Kimmi Potts, the technical producer, or production officer rather, for the Tobago Festivals Commission, joins us to give us some insight ahead of the competition. Good morning and welcome, Kimmi.
Good morning and thanks for having me.
Absolutely necessary, because the competition is fierce, as we see from that last year performance or winning performance, and everybody is going to be going up against the big guns in terms of Bishop's honesty. But before we get into that, to give a little context, I want you to explain to us the role that the Tobago Festivals Commission plays in the Junior Calypso Monarch particularly.
Okay, so the Tobago Festivals Commission is pretty much like an event management company, but more so for tourism-based festivals. So for this particular carnival, which is the October Carnival, we noticed that there wasn't anything for children to participate in. So, you know, it was only fair for us to create a junior calypso competition, because Tobago is full of budding young calypsonians.
We could definitely see that from the performance on stage. And in this case, we are looking at schools, of course, across Tobago specifically, with Bishop's High School having the most number of entries. They're going up against Scarborough and Signal Hill primarily. But in terms of how they were selected or able to enter, what was the process to get us to this point?
Okay, so students were allowed to register during the August vacation.
Right.
And then in September, they had to audition. And from the audition process, we had our finalists. Now, the irony is that this year, although we have new competitors in the finals, we also have some repeats in the finals. And most of those repeats, when they first started competing in this particular competition, they were at primary school level.
Okay.
So now most of them are in secondary school. So, for example, the first time we had a competition, our first Calypso Monarch is the Ashe Saul. And at that time, he attended Palativere Anglican But now he is in Bishop's High School, so now he represents a different school.
Right.
Even our second-year champion, Miss Enya Arnold, she represented Signal Hill Primary School, but now she passed for Bishop's High School. So that's just how we end up having, so much students representing the Bishop's High School Tobago.
Understood.
Competition. Yeah, because most of them just happen to pass for
Bishop's High School.
Yes.
Now we're at 10 in terms of the numbers going up for the title today. But when we would have initially started back in September, or even when they did the audition, do you remember how many students would have openly auditioned then?
Yes, we had 18 students from as young as 7 years old, and the eldest being literally 18 years. And that young lady, she competed in the first 3 years of the competition, and she's now off UTC. So congratulations to her.
Right.
She didn't make it into the finals this year. She missed it by her own. But, hopefully, well, I guess she won't be 18 next year. But she is also a very good calypsonian, and I pray that she, do enter the adult competition for the season.
Because she's been working at it. So when we're looking at the finals here,
beautiful voice.
As much as I do have the schools, do you have an idea of the ages of some of participants in the finals then? What age range are we looking at for the finals?
Okay, so our students, our competitors rather, are ranging between age 11 and 17 for this year's competition.
And with showtime kicking off at 10, that means all the schools are on their way, because I imagine they would go with their supporters, from dancers to the actual audience. Who else will be actually viewing this one? Any other specially invited guests we can know about?
Yes, our secretaries are carded to attend. By secretaries, I mean our secretaries from the Tobago House of Assembly.
Right.
And all the schools are actually coming. So I have heard that because Bishops has 4 competitors in the finals, they're coming along with 100 students.
Oh, wow.
So, and then because Scarborough Secondary is literally walking distance, I anticipate that they themselves might come with 100 students in the competition, yes. So I really do anticipate a lot of schools turning out today.
Of course. I could think of no other way to spend your Thursday celebrating and singing along with your peers. That would be fantastic. But more than anything, the title is what they're after. So beyond the title, will there be any other monetary prizes or any other benefits to the winner for this year's Junior Calypso Monarch?
Of course. In total, the prizes will come up to 100,000. The first place prize will be $30,000.
And in terms of that 30,000, this is directly to the winner or to the winner and school?
This is for the winner.
Let me sing a little calypso. What's this? And so, I mean, I might be out of the age group and the country, but in terms of those who are there and getting ready, tell us a little bit as to how we'll be able to consume this thereafter. Because I know, as you rightfully mentioned up front, the role of the Tobago Festivals Commission is to essentially act as the managing entity, if you will, events coordinating entity. And I know that most times you guys create post-production packages that allow us to see and experience these things as well. Will we be getting that for this year's final as well?
Well, fortunately, this event is live on TTT and our local Tobago Updates channels. So from 10 o'clock this morning, tune into your computer screen, tune into your TV, because these students are going to be on display, and it's usually one of the more fun shows to look at.
That we hope for sure. I hope that all of the students are ready, because we are going to be tuned in for sure, as you rightfully mentioned, Kimmi, right here on TTT. But otherwise, in terms of the carnival landscape for the upcoming Tobago Carnival, I know the Tobago Festivals will be upfront and active. Any ways that we can see you guys again?
Yes. So I'll come back when it's time for us to talk about the Tobago Soca Titans competition, so where we have to speak about Monarchs of Mars and all other TFCL-related carnival activities.
Fantastic.
Even Blue Food, because that's on the 19th of October.
I tell you, October is the best month of the year, you know. But I am coming across to enjoy the drama and the bacchanal of the carnival, so we will check in directly, I guess. But until then, the students are this morning. So I will wish them good luck through you vicariously as you hopefully extend those well wishes. And I wish you the best of luck on a successful execution this morning as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. Kimmi Potts, the Technical Production Officer for the Tobago Festival Commission, giving us a little insight as they get ready to take the stage this morning for the Junior Calypso Monarch, which will oftentimes yield some real hot topics of things that are happening in Tobago. So I really look forward to hearing.
What I like oftentimes is hearing the perspective from the youth when they bring their perspective to the same hot topic that we talk about in the news or on the show or in the papers or wherever the case may be on social media. But to hear it from their perspective is always very interesting.
And then the age range are going to give us some interesting bits of knowledge, because I mean the 11-year-old knowing as much as the 17-year-old or more or less is going to be what I look forward to seeing.
It's going to be
hearing most. The performances are going to be elite, and of course you can tune into TTT to enjoy them as well. But you want to stay tuned regardless, because here until 8 we have real things for you on the Now Morning Show, guys. Stick around.
Where you come from, we can have all things separate. We can them not go no jail.